In another act of transparency, Twitter CEO Elon Musk gives Dave Rubin a look inside the Twitter headquarters and what causes the platform to enact shadow bans on its users.
Yep, Musk telling Rubin, the Rubin Report host and former victim of Twitter suspension. He was the first to be exposed, by the way. The whole situation is a flaming dumpster rolling down the street.
Guess what? Dave joins us now. Dave, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I have to tell you, after being in San Francisco for about 48 hours, a flaming dumpster rolling down the street was pretty much the exact right metaphor.
Well, take us behind the scenes, Dave, of what you saw when you got this tour of Twitter.
Yeah, well, for about 2 weeks, I had been doing some work behind the scenes with some engineers, just looking into my account because, like you guys, we're seeing really weird engagement. It seems to completely disappear, then come back a little bit. You don't see certain people in your timeline, a whole bunch more. So they were kind of going through some stuff with me on the DL. And then suddenly I got a call on Tuesday. Hey, can you be in San Francisco in a couple hours? So I jumped on a plane, sat in the back row, middle seat, did not recline, made it to San Francisco basically a little bit after midnight. And there was Elon meeting with a ton of people. There were all sorts of engineers still up. Again, after midnight, he had obviously a long day. I think he was testifying. There were Tesla quarterly earnings going on. We sat down briefly on the first night, and I told him what was going on. He said, look, I've had a very long day. If you need me to stay right now, I'll stay. We can work this through tonight. Otherwise, let's do it tomorrow. And I thought just that in and of itself, I mean, here's the world's richest guy who's busting his butt, willing to stay. I said, no, we could do it tomorrow. And then the next day, we had a couple hours with Elon and then a whole bunch of hours with the engineers. And they are finding out incredible stuff. I mean, the whole system behind Twitter, in essence, was built to shadow ban, was built to suppress certain voices and elevate others. And as he described it, it's a fractal Rube Goldberg machine. If you remember the opening scene in Pee Wee Herman, these crazy machines where, you know, in essence, the more that they fix things, the more that things break. So he also described it as a giant Jenga. And, you know, you're pulling out one thing and you're just hoping it doesn't all collapse. But he's working hard. They've got great engineers on it. You know, they brought people in from Tesla and SpaceX, and they're trying. But it's a big job, and he does realize the gravity of the situation because without Twitter, you know, our ability to communicate in this 2023 world, whether we like it or not, would be hampered severely.
And we were trying to find out, too, on the subplot, is what was happening during the 2020 election to suppress all pro-Trump thought, and anytime Trump would trend positively, somehow it would be looked at as Russian disinformation. When lawmakers were told to back off, they went ahead and said lies anyway. And you were the first to be, they admitted, we found out that Dave Rubin was shadow banned. The latest tranche, Matt Taibbi, went out to the West Coast and found out about Hamilton 68, which is considered a group call with Michael Morrell, with Michael McFaul, former ambassador to Russia, John Podesta, Bill Kristol, as well as, and I think a couple more. They put together this group to really try to destroy any positive Trump thought on Twitter. Here's what Matt Taibbi walked out with.
In the early Trump years, there was an organization called Hamilton 68 that was the source of probably hundreds of news stories over the course of a period of years that was allegedly tracking Russian bots. Their secret sauce was a list of 600 accounts they said were linked to Russian influence. Well, in the Twitter files, we found the list. And the list, let's just say, is mostly bereft of Russians, but is full of real Americans. And what they basically did is a fraud. They took ordinary conversations of ordinary conservatives mostly and essentially just called it Russian influenced.
So then they got together with all the MSNBC, CNN, and networks, and that became the story. Russian influence on social media is pushing Trump forward to causing more people to say, wow, Trump and Russia, those guys are together. Don't tell me that doesn't affect the election.
Now, Brian, look, this is how they launder the lies. And it's not just when it's coordinated by organizations like this. What they're finding out also, you may remember that when Elon took over at Twitter, he fired basically half the staff. He fired about 3,500 people. They are still finding people inside that are perhaps doing bad things. And also, the way code works, as he described to me, I know not all your viewers are coders, nor am I, but you're basically looking at a tiramisu layer cake. And as you fix one layer and then you realize how many other problems are on it, and you may have screwed something up. So there's a coordinated effort on part of the government and big tech, and then there's an uncoordinated, just sort of activated activists who are working at these companies layer, and that's why this is so messy.
Well, I know that they admitted that in the past they have suppressed views, and you say they're working on the problems. Hopefully they can figure this out so that they police everybody equally, not just conservatives with bias. Thank you so much, Dave. It's very interesting.
Thanks, Dave.
And Dave, by the way, this is just
Thanks,
Twitter.
guys.
Facebook has got some evil things that are being covered up right now, and all other social media. Same thing.
Oh, Facebook, YouTube, all of them. And speaking of YouTube, Brian Kilmeade's the guest on the Rubin Report this week.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's going to be fascinating. I have a sense. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, too.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.